Hey guys, in this video I'll quickly show you how to butter your landing in Project Flight. But before you land there is always an approach, which believe me or not is important and can make a difference. Optimally you'd want to line up as far out as possible, but that's not realistic and no one does that, so line up around a minute prior to the touchdown, so you can easily correct your glide path while still having time for deploying the flaps and landing gear. Speaking of glide path, it's the path you should follow when you're approaching to land on the touchdown zone. Your position relative to it is displayed by these four lights called puppy lights. Now, to use them correctly, you should know that if there are more red than white, you are too low. When there are more white than red, you are too high. And if too close to the runway, you may even have to go around. As you can see, I'm trying to follow the correct glide path here, but I'm a little below it. But this just makes the touchdown easier as you have less vertical speed to lose. Now that I'm above the runway threshold, you can see puppies saying I'm way too high. But don't worry, if you went above the threshold when GPWS called 50 feet, this means you are at the altitude just right to allow landing on the aiming point, that are these two thick bars. You would ideally touch down here. And touchdown. Let's rewatch the most tricky part. Flare. You have to pitch your nose up enough to slow down your descent, but not too much, because you will float and the runway behind you is useless when landing, so you should definitely avoid that. It's worth noting, not every plane behaves the same, so we might not have to pull as much in another time. If this video helped, don't forget to like and maybe even subscribe. Only left thing to do now is slow down before the runway ends. Hope this helped. Feel free to watch this as many times as you need to perfect your landings, and see you in the next video.